Hey guys, so like I said in my previous videos, I was going to be reviewing the Hellraiser series. Well, today is my last video of the Hellraiser series reviews. And the last one, of course, is the latest installment, Hellraiser Judgment. So this is the 10th installment of the Hellraiser franchise, and this is the second Hellraiser movie to not have Doug Bradley as Pinhead. Instead, Pinhead is played by Paul T. Taylor, who was actually a different actor from the previous Hellraiser movie. He didn't play Pinhead in Hellraiser Revelations, so it's a completely different actor altogether. This one was directed by Gary J. Tunnicliffe, who's a professional makeup artist. He did the makeup effects from Hellraiser 3 all the way up to this one. This is actually his first time directing a Hellraiser movie. So, this one's basically about these three detectives that are assigned to this case. They're investigating this bizarre series of murders, so they're trying to figure out who this serial killer is, trying to track him down, look over all the evidence. And then one day, one of the detectives, after studying all the evidence, he goes to this house, and right there he gets sucked right in and meets the auditor, who's actually this kind of like this Cenobite looking being who's got these sunglasses on, all these scars around his face. He's played by the director Gary J. Tunnicliffe, and what he does basically interviews these people and types down their sins on this typewriter, this old-fashioned looking typewriter. And after that they meet the assessor, who's played by John Gulager, who directed the Feast trilogy. He also directed Piranha 3 Double D. And then when they meet him, he basically takes the paper that the auditor typed up and then eats it. And then after that, he vomits that out, and then the jury decides whether they're guilty or not guilty. And if they're guilty, they basically meet Pinhead, and he takes them down to hell. So after the detective basically meets all that, his life gets all messed up, and it all leads up to a very interesting climactic ending, which I'm not going to give away since I gave away a few things of the story. So now you're wondering, what's my thoughts on this one? Well, I'm actually going to say this right here, right now. I actually liked this one, and I may actually get some complaints why I liked this one, because heck, I remember a few years back when I reviewed Hellraiser Revelations, because I gave that movie a good review, a bunch of YouTube people were sending me some insult comments and whatnot, writing me some pretty nasty stuff in the comments section, right down there in that comment box. Just because I gave the movie a positive review, not because they thought I did a bad job in my review or anything. Well, hey, you know what? At this point, I don't care. I mean, heck, if you hate this movie, it's fine. Maybe you're going to hate it because Doug Bradley didn't play Pinhead just like in the last one, amongst other reasons too. But I really don't care. If you hate this movie, if you want to give me a hard time for liking it, go ahead. Write down in the comment box. I don't care. So, this was actually a very different Hellraiser movie. This actually had stuff that we'd never seen before. Because normally, in a Hellraiser movie, it's the characters open up the box and then they get killed by these chains coming out of the box. They meet Pinhead, kills them, brings them down into hell, all that stuff. Meets the Cenobites and whatnot. So that actually was pretty different with that whole interview stuff, the jury and whatnot. That was actually pretty good. Heck, basically these people wait their judgment before they get brought down to hell, hence the title, Hellraiser Judgment. The cinematography was actually very good. It was shot very well. I liked the lighting, the camera angles were all very cool. Paul T. Taylor as Pinhead was actually very good. He was no Doug Bradley. I'm going to say that. He's not as good as Doug Bradley. Doug Bradley is the best Pinhead ever. He was better than the actor who played Pinhead from Hellraiser Revelations, even though that guy didn't do a terrible job, but he also was no Doug Bradley. But the thing I hated about Revelations was the Pinhead voice. I think the actor was dubbed, I don't know. But the voice in this one was actually pretty good. Like, the voice actually reminded me a lot of Doug Bradley's voice from the previous movies. And heck, the look, the makeup and everything was actually very good. Like, but it's actually something to expect since Gary J. Toniclove is a professional makeup artist. So, yeah, all the makeup, all the special effects were very good, especially for Pinhead. So, I mean, like, heck, the makeup on Pinhead was actually very good. He almost resembled Doug Bradley pretty well. I knew he wasn't Doug Bradley, but he resembled him pretty well. The acting was a bit of like a mixed bag for me. I mean, like, the three detectives, I thought their acting was okay. I mean, there's times their acting was pretty good. So there were times it was pretty bland. Like, they did some pretty boring performances at times. There wasn't much CGI in this movie. There was like only real CGI I saw was like when they opened the box, there was like some sparks, like little bits of electricity, some lights coming out. I mean, it was kind of cheap looking CGI, but that's something to expect. I felt this movie should have been a little longer too. It's only 81 minutes, which is actually 10 minutes longer than Hellraiser Revelations. But I don't know, I mean, I kind of felt there could have been like, you know, some more to the story. There could have been more developed a little bit better. Like, it was pretty fast paced. But I mean, but it's sort of like, what can you do with the budget they had and the time they had? Like, there isn't really much with like special features. There's only like deleted and extended scenes and a gag reel. There's no behind the scenes, and it's mainly because, just like Hellraiser Revelations, this one was only made for Dementia to keep the rights to the Hellraiser series. I can already tell this one wasn't as badly rushed into production as Hellraiser Revelations. Like, that one I read was only filmed in 10 days. I don't know how long it took them to film this one. But it looks like they took their time a little bit more with this one. So, closing statement, like, you know, this was a pretty good one. It's not the best out of the Hellraiser series. I liked it more than Revelations, of course. I liked it more than Deader, than Inferno. I mean, matter of fact, speaking of Inferno, I kind of wanted to point out as well is that some of the story aspects of like the detectives investigating this bizarre series of murders kind of reminded me of Hellraiser Inferno. So that's actually something I kind of don't want to think about when I watch a Hellraiser movie. Think about the one that I really did not like. And like, well, there is like, you know, scenes with some of the Cenobites, like the Chatter one, there's these Cenobites, these twins. Like, you know, they weren't in it as much. They had just cameos. I mean, in case you want to, like, you know, call the Auditor a Cenobite, so, like, they weren't in it as much, so I think they should have been in it a little bit more. But, like, I really did like the sets, like, you know, for Hell. I liked the Hell sets. I also did like the sets for, like, the house there, where all basically the stuff goes down. So, they actually created some very good atmosphere for this one, so this one wasn't like just blood, gore, and whatnot. It was also had some very good atmosphere. I also did like this executioner character that was wearing this gas mask, and like he was killing people with like these wrist blade things, like, you know, going whoosh, whoosh. Like, that was very cool. So yes, so to close this all out, I really did like this one. It's not the best one. I liked it more than some of the other Hellraiser movies. So, I would say this is worth checking out if you're a Hellraiser fan. And I really think that's all about it. So, I'm going to actually say right now, I actually like this one. I don't regret seeing it. And I also don't regret giving this one a positive review. Just like how I don't regret giving Hellraiser Revelations a positive review either. So, that's all I gotta say. So, I hope you guys enjoyed my series of Hellraiser reviews. And I'm just happy it's over right now. Until one day they do another Hellraiser movie, whether it's another straight-to-DVD sequel, because this was kind of left open for another movie. And you know what? I kind of want to see a sequel to it, to be honest. Because when I saw Hellraiser Revelations, even though I didn't hate that one, But I didn't really want to see a sequel to that one in particular, but I do want to see a sequel to Hellraiser Judgment. So, that's all I gotta say. Take care, guys. Bye.